Hello again, and welcome to a video for a customer of our 51 panel wagon truck thing that a customer would like me to do a walk around on. This car to me was probably built in the mid to late 90s based off how it was done. It has small block Chevy running gear, turbo 350 transmission, rear end is, I think I remember if right, it's a 10 bolt. So pretty standard Chevy upgrade. As an aftermarket front end, I think it looks kind of like Mustang 2. Rack and pinion steering. Has power steering, power brakes. Paint's a little older, there's some flaws in it. Got a little boo-boo up there. We got a little chip down here. Does have fiberglass running boards, steel fenders, and steel body, steel hood. It's got some ghost flames kind of going on in the paint. A little chip down there. Some flames around the Chevrolet emblem. Some flames up on the vent that does open. Glass is good. The interior does have a power sliding seat. They are leather. I don't know what they are out of. Actually, it's got dolphin gauges. Dash is nice. Gauges work. Aftermarket stereo, flip out screen wise. Try and get a little light on here so we can see a little bit better. It does have a heater controls. Old radio was removed. It does have a satellite radio antenna. I don't believe it's hooked up. Has a nice headliner and panels installed in it. I'll open the door. Wood floor, kind of hollowed out in here. Electric wipers have been mounted up on the dash. Rear door does open, so you can see the rear doors. They have panels on them too. It's pretty nice, well, around, but an older build. So big hollow space. Take coolers, chairs, car show. No back seat because it was a panel. It was a work van, right? It wasn't a passenger van. This latch is a little bit, you got to make sure you have it twisted and pushed in before you push it in. Aftermarket LED brake lights. You can see some imperfections in the paint. I don't know if you can see them on camera because this is just a little GoPro, but there are some imperfections in the paint. Side fuel thing over this door too. Leather manual passenger seat, manual windows. Got a cord here to plug your battery tender into. There's the heater box up there. It does believe to be working. Front disc brakes, rear drum, standard kind of setup. I'll show you the grill. Grill's decent, older, could use a little light polish on it. Same with the bumpers and stuff. The car is driven, according to the odometer, it has 15,000 miles on it, so I'm guessing that's on the build. Clean under the hood. Like I say, older in here, still clean, but not, you know, super detailed out. Small block Chevy. Told it's a 350. It's got camel hump heads on it. Sounds good. Goes pretty good. Just simple. I don't know if you can see. I guess I can try and bend down and show you underneath. It's pretty low to the ground. There's underneath. Paint's kind of come off the front cross member, but nothing terrible. The guy did live out owns it lives out on the soundy area, so you probably get a little more sea air. It's not that it was driven in the salt. We don't have salt in Washington. The body and the underside's pretty good. Let's see if I can show it down here. Not much to, and hard to see, but you can see the glass, fiberglass. This is little cobwebs. Fiberglass fenders, newer, nice sounding exhaust. Go back here. And there's the 10-bolt rear end. Although it's really dark and hard to see, I know. But just a decent old build. I'll fire it up, take it outside where we can hear the motor and go for a drive. Okay, so I started it up, pulled it out. It's kind of what it sounds like at idle at the back. Get a walk around. Again, this is what it looks like outside. It does low to the ground. It's lower in the front than the back. Everything. Open the hood again. A little lifter ticking on the left side there. Runs good. It's got good oil pressure. I haven't really started it and drove it in the last couple months, so maybe it'll pump up. Hydraulic lifters. See your volt gauge oil pressures at 40 pounds. A little cold-blooded. Oil goes up. Kind of sounds good. You can kind of hear it. Window mount, put the camera up, and then we'll go for a drive. Hello again. Welcome back for our cruise around the block in the 51 panel. You'll hear this in the video. Sometimes it has a squeak to it. That's the floor-mounted brake pedal. Kind of as it's hitting the floor, it rubs a little bit. You'll hear that. The brakes are really working good though, just so you know. And this thing is hard to see out of, hence I'm pulling out on the street here, and I can't really see what's coming, so I'm going to turn my phone off here. I'm going to back up a little. Because being a panel, all you got is a big blind spot. Oh, there you go. Now I can see. There's a lot of potholes on the road right now. I'm going to try and do my best to avoid them. It is a big open cabin in here, so it is kind of noisy. I mean, they do have those panels. Might help if I close my door all the way. But there's not a lot of sound insulation in it. You could probably put some underneath. chasing it, it's not wandering. I've said in all my other videos, these roads suck that I drive on. Just kind of is what it is. You do have to, because it's a floor mounted pedal, you do got to pick your foot up quite a bit to get to it. Blinker works, I don't know, you might be able to see it reflecting in the tailgate of the truck. Lights work. Indicator on the dash works up here. Gauge appears to be accurate. I know it was lower. I threw a few gallons of gas in it and it's reading about a quarter of a tank. Volts are right around 14 according to the gauge. Speedo seems fairly decent. Avoid this giant mess of a pothole. It's always there. Thermostats in it, I don't know, things like that. Still has a fan on the motor, so no electric fans or nothing. Just a decent little driver. Over here's your temperature. I don't know if you can see it for your heater. And then there's a switch over here for the fan motor. Does have a rear view mirrors on it and you can actually see out of them, which is nice. Sometimes they put them on the cars because this car wouldn't came with a mirror over there, I don't think. Maybe because it was a panel, but you can't. They position them where you can't see them. They're cool. This one's modified as kind of a street rod, so it has its own little deal going. And back up, use the mirror, stop before you hit the building. It's always good. Yeah. If you like, you can subscribe. I try and post videos when I can. This one I wasn't really going to do a video on, but a customer on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast, is looking for a video. So customers do that. I do these little walkthroughs and little drives to try and help show a little bit about the car that I'm selling. Otherwise, I try and do videos on cars, you know, that are cooler to me, or ones I like doing, odd things. So have a good one, and we'll see you on the next one.